At the episode start, we see a massive wolf in front of numerous humans. We then see a princess welcoming the summoned heroes with multiple mages. Then, one of the mages respectfully appraises the student's powers with a magic mirror artifact. The handsome boy gets the talent to be a holy sword user, pleasantly astonishing the mage. Then the dark purple and orange hair girl gets appraised, and their talent is revealed to handle holy magic, wind magic, thunder, and ice magic. Seeing this, the mage once again gets delighted. The princess asks 3 heroes to help save the kingdom of Erasure. Meanwhile, behind the 3 heroes, an average-looking guy in an office suit stood and wondered if the situation was similar to those otherworld summons he had read about. Then suddenly the mage looks at him and asks him if he's another hero. The mage then appraises him and says his name and age. Mukoda Tsuyoshi, 27 years old, and his skill online grocery. Hearing this, the other 3 students mockingly laugh at him as there isn't any convenience store in this world and assume his skill to be useless. This makes MC embarrassed, so he asks the mage if he has any other skill. However, the mage tells him he only has this one skill. In the meantime, the students cheerfully speak with the princess, and one of the mages tells MC that since he was summoned, he must have an audience with the king. Later, the 4 heroes who had been summoned kneel before the king, who tells him that the Demon King has repeatedly attacked them in Erasure Kingdom. The king then asks the heroes for their help to keep the peace in his kingdom, and says that he is certain the Demon King knows how to get back to their world. The handsome boy says that he can't forgive the Demon King who made the people suffer, and both girls agree with him and decide to help their kingdom. However, seeing their appearance full of jewels and gems, MC thinks they are suspicious. So he gets up and respectfully tells them that he doesn't think he is a hero, and he may accidentally interfere with heroes' work. That's why he would like to live a simple life. Later on the streets, MC looks at the gold pouch and thinks he got 20 coins king. MC then sees the people around him begin noticing his clothes. So not to look suspicious, MC buys a new set of clothes. Then after eating food, MC rents a cheap room, then lays down on the bed, and becomes glad that he decided not to become a hero. MC then recalls how the royals were so luxurious and suspicious, so he decided that he shouldn't stay in this kingdom for a long time. MC then sits up and opens the status window, and gets amazed at it. He then checks the information and finds out that he is level 1, and has a skill called Appraisal Item Box, with which he doesn't have to worry about the amount of luggage. MC then examines his unique skill Online Grocery. He declares its name, but nothing out of the ordinary happens. However, when he touches the name of the status window, to his surprise, an online grocery store opens in front of him. There, MC decides to buy a water bottle since he often gets sick when he goes abroad. After that, he puts a snack in his cart and presses the buy button, and an option of asking him to pay pops up. So MC takes out real silver coins and succeeds in paying with them. Then suddenly a parcel appears beside MC containing the things he bought from his status window. Seeing this, MC becomes extremely happy and thinks as long as he has money, he doesn't have to worry about food. He then thinks of leaving the kingdom quickly. On his way, MC meets a soap merchant and asks if he is carrying his goods in his item box, but the merchant tells him the backpack is only luggage, and says that the item box is the skill that only 1 in 1,000 possesses. MC then asks about the appraisal skill, so the merchant tells him appraisal skill is the dream of every merchant, however it is a skill only heroes summoned from another world possess. The merchant then asks him why he is going to Keels, so MC tells him to cross the border as he wants to go to the neighboring country. The merchant whispered that he had made a wise decision by going there because of the kingdom of Erasure was on the verge of destruction, and the border would be closed soon. Later, after arriving in town, MC discovers that the stagecoach is suspended and finds out it's suspended because the kingdom doesn't want its people to run away. So, seeing the situation, MC decides to go to the Adventure Guild, as it would not be easy to fight the monster with his meager strength. He meets the receptionist and tells her he's here to put the escort mission to the kingdom of Venin. So the receptionist tells him that it would take him days to complete the mission, and it would cost him at least 7 gold coins. However, since the stagecoach has been suspended, these requests have increased significantly. So the receptionist advises him to put up at least 8 gold coins, and after a bit of thinking, MC agrees. Then the receptionist calls for the man called Werner and asks him if his team could escort MC to the border of the Kingdom of Venin. Werner then greets MC and introduces himself as a C-rank adventurer. MC then asks if they could accept his request. He also offers to provide them with food, while MC thinks he doesn't hate cooking and could use his skill to buy cheaper ingredients. Afterward, they agreed to meet tomorrow morning. Later in the morning, Werner introduces his team, the swordsman Vincent, the scout Rita, the mage Ramon, and the charming healer Franca. Afterward, they begin their journey toward the Kingdom of Venin. After traveling for a while, they take a break from their tiring journey, so MC decides to cook the food. He uses his item box skill and takes out the cooking utensils and the stove, surprising the team members. Meanwhile, Rita arrives toward MC, gets excited after seeing the stove and thinks it's a magic stove. Nevertheless, MC doesn't reveal much and tells her he got the stove from an acquaintance. MC then recalls how, when he was shopping, he found a stove that worked with magic and was similar to modern stoves, though the cost was 50 gold coins. That's why he brought an affordable portable stove from an online grocery. MC then makes white sandwiches and soup and presents them to his escort party. The party members all have a delightful time eating the delicious food. According to Vincent, he has never eaten bread this soft before. So MC lies and tells them that the bread is from his hometown, and he had put it into his item box before he left from there. Werner hesitates to eat because the bread is precious. However, MC tells him not to worry. So the relieved Werner continued eating. Then Rita says that they did the right thing by accepting this mission. Vincent also clears his doubt and says he first thought of a one-man escort might be too much. However, he too is glad right now. Later, while traveling, their scout Rita discovers something off by the tree, and suddenly 2 flying-type monsters come out of the trees. Seeing this, Werner and Vincent instantly rush toward the monsters while unsheathing their swords and striking the monster, cutting them in half. Afterward, Franca uses her healing magic to heal Vincent's bruised hands. Meanwhile, their scout Rita returns from scouting the area. She tells Werner about the red boar near him. However, he is unfazed and tells her there's no need to take a detour for the likes of the boar. He then asks Ramon to drive the boar out in the open. With his magic, the massive boar instantly comes out of the forest, scaring MC. Werner asks MC to hide in the back. Then Werner and Vincent rush toward the boar, and with their skills and strategy, they finally kill the beast. Seeing their power, MC gets awestruck. After butchering the boar, Werner says that the skins and horns from the red boar can be sold at a high price. However, the meat is regrettable, as they can only take what they eat. MC then interjects and offers to put the meat into his item box. Later, after the exhausting journey, they decide to rest, and MC suggests that they have an early dinner today, and tells them he'll let them eat something different this time. Later, however, when MC is cooking, everyone gathers around him, making it difficult for him to take out modern ingredients he bought from the online grocery. So he lies that he can't focus and gets embarrassed if they keep looking at him. MC then began making dinner and finally finished making his pot-au-feu. Then everyone got 1 bowl each. However, they instantly finish their bowls and ask for seconds, which surprises MC. So Ramon explains that they normally eat jerky and hard bread. Franca continues the discussion and says that's why eating something this warm is really fulfilling for them. Then Rita tells MC something amazing thanks to his meal. Her body feels more sharp than usual, and Franca says her fatigue is gone, making MC think that this sounds like an effect from the supplements. So seeing their pleased expressions, MC decides to use appraisal on them. However, when he sees the effects of his food on them, he spews out his food. He then appraises the bowl in his hand and finds out that the food gives a limited time buff to the person who eats because it was made with otherworldly ingredients. Seeing this, MC thinks this is a bit dangerous and imagines himself working as a slave, so he decides no one could know about his secret. On their eventful journey, Werner tells MC that they will reach the Kingdom of Venin in 2 or 3 more days. Once the border is crossed, it would only take half a day to get to the city. Afterward, the party arrived at the forest as it was already night. They decided to camp there for today, and everyone takes care of their duties, including MC, who cooks the red boar meat. To keep the ingredients from online grocery store a secret, MC decides to be more proactive in using the material of this world. So MC slices the meat in steak style, puts it in the sauce, and leaves it for rinsing. In the meantime, he cuts cabbage in a beautiful way, as it is essential for today's dinner. Afterward, he fries the meat, making the team member swallow because of the delicious smell. Meanwhile, unknown to everyone, a strange creature is eyeing them from far away. Then MC finally prepared the dinner, and everyone began eating the food enthusiastically. Even Franca, who doesn't like red boar meat much, liked MC's fried meat dish. They also liked the soup he made, as it refreshed the palate, and they could also eat as much as they wanted. However, at that instant, everyone gets extremely shocked to the point their spoons fell from their hands, and their face was like they saw a ghost. Then, with a shaking voice, Werner asks MC to look behind him. When MC looks back, he becomes utterly shocked, and from fear, he even forgets to breathe. This was the same wolf we saw in the beginning, Fenrir. Then Fenrir asks MC to let him eat his food. So, with fear, MC gives him his plate full of fried meat. However, Fenrir only takes a moment to finish the food and says it's not enough. So, MC asks if he could wait a bit longer, as he needs to make more. Hearing this, Fenrir looks deeply at him and tells him to make it quickly. So, MC makes multiple fried meat dishes until the gluttonous wolf is finally satisfied. Then, Fenrir gets impressed by MC that he could satisfy him with this little meat. Fenrir tells him something shocking again, which is to form a familiar contract with him. MC first thinks of refusing him, however, he gets scared by Fenrir's death stare and accepts the contract. Afterward, they form the contract, and once the ceremony is concluded, Fenrir lies down and tells MC that from now on, it's his duty to look after him. Hearing this, MC gets a bit confused, so Fenrir tells him he expects 3 regular meals a day.